Hello, Leo, and welcome to my world and welcome to my channel, Joy to the World. And I'm your reader, Melissa Joy. They're having me go ahead and cut it on even while I am putting up from the previous reading up in Cancer, because they're saying, Joy, you need to get that message going now. Some of you are living beneath yourself. You're going out with people beneath you, and I'm not saying, oh, you're better than them. I'm saying you're at a different vibrational match. All right? And if you're a string on an instrument and you go beneath you, then you're not tuned, and everything you play will begin to make noise to your ear, and you'll start fixing. All right? So if you're in a relationship, business, personal, otherwise, where there's some fixing and you're getting downloads and intuitions and spiritual, empathic, whatever, and you're finding, oh, let me tell them this little thing, and let me spin the conversation this way, and let me drop that little hint, and let me openly bring this to me. If you're very direct or open like me, they're telling you you're on them. And it needs to be about you. I mean, when you're in a relationship, it's naturally two people sharing their perspective of the world and their enjoyment together and dialoguing together. And that naturally goes to the center point, the third party, the relationship, right? But the moment your mind starts getting all over somebody else, that lets you know it's already out of whack. And they're saying, they're talking about, and they're like, let's bring in the epiphany, Joy. Let's heal this situation. Let's get them into the life of their living instead of out of their butt, out of their excuses, out of their self-perceived limitations, because they're saying some of you just need to get your bangs trimmed. Trim it off because you've limited your view. It's kind of like this. You're like going, what? I don't see that. I don't know that. I don't whatever. They're saying lift the cap. All right? Take the governor off. Take the limitations off, the regulations, the rules, the whatever, and not off the others, because that's where you're all open up and trying to fix and meet and measure and lift them up and get in vibration with them, when what you're really trying to do is get them in vibration with you. But you can't get somebody in vibration with you when you're getting in vibration with them. Be vibing in your own vibe, and those who vibe with you come along, not just those who want you to bring them up to their vibe. Because that's really just recruitment. Somebody recruiting you in your lusciousness of like, oh, they got there. They can do it for me too. No. You can't eat for anybody. You can't sleep for anybody. We can't do these things. We can't exercise for other people. What makes us think that we can vibe for other people? You can't. You can't. And the reason why it's like, well, I hung around so-and-so and then we ended up vibing really well. That's because something in there wanted help. And the help wasn't coming from you. In the dialogue and the relationship and the conversation, their epiphanies, their awakening points, their reflection time, all that stuff that's occurring inside of them privately on their own was also collectively working into the thing. Okay, so let's get into some of these cards over here, but that's what they're talking. They said, why would you do that when you can have anything you want? Why are you still swimming around that same little fishbowl, that same little relationship, that same little pattern, that same little kind of like painting the turd, like putting some blinders on type of thing? When that's like earwig, that's like pests. These eat rotten fruit. Dealing with spoiled stuff, thinking that somehow you can turn back the hands of time. That person's still got stuff to go through. They got places to go that you don't need to go again. And this one's like, You don't need to go through again, because the neat thing about this beaver here, this 10 of Wands, is like, that's too much work. You see me, I'm not building a dam. I made me into a ramshackle boat, and I'm punting across the Thames to get to the other side because I want my 6 of Swords. I don't want to live like this anymore. I don't have to keep going and take it all the way up to the 9. So that then I feel disgusted with myself, and then I have to do the healing process all over again and keep reinventing. And what they're like, Leo. That's what Beaver's saying. It's like, please, can we move on from this hard AF work? That's why this week is hashtag fuck that. That's what Beaver says, hashtag fuck that. And Beaver's saying it to you about you painting the turds, you know, turn the blind eye, giving people the benefit of the doubt. It's like, okay, I'm going to shade myself so I don't see what you're doing, because somehow I'm judging me for thinking I'm judging you. Judgment and judginess are two different things. Judginess is like, they always gotta be that, they ain't worth nothing, they this and no. Judgment is like, I've been there, I've been through that. This person, we hung out a little bit, and I noticed like they're really sucking on to me, or they're pushing back from me. That's not anything I vibe with, because that's like messing with my music, messing with my rhythm, messing with my driver, messing with my progress. That's clear judgment. When it begins to chain you to the wall, and the only place you can go is that little circle, that little cycle, the only place your mind keeps going is thinking about them, getting revelation for them, and thinking about, well, this will encourage them. I'll get them a little journal. I'll teach them about how I journaled. All that. Okay, Leah. They're like, baby, you cosmic. Look at this. It is not hard for you. You have the full expanse of where you are. And just because the sea goat can go the highest heights and the deepest depths doesn't mean that's where you're at, because that's not your journey. You're out here questing and living life and excited about life. And they're saying, you got so many other people on this planet. Why are you stuck and hovering around the one thing? You got your spiritual quest, your delicious, juicy, divine journey, that revelation of the wisdom and the love of life coming at you, the love of life, and you loving your life and life loving you. You won't let anything come in and squash that and stank that up and do all that old rottenness and that thing going way far too long. No, you have that clarity of like, ooh, you mean there's something behind the curtain? And there's a door. Oh, there's something behind the door. Oh, there's something behind the cage. Oh, there's something behind the lock. And what that invitation is, that tiny little space right there. Go through that. What's that? That's the keyhole. Key. C-H-I. Your key, your energy, your heart, your passion, the love of your life, the love of your energy that's walking in your dream, your desires. And whoever's meant to be there will come along and vibe with you. Not for a little while. Not trying to hook you in with a little worm or a little carrot and get you feeling all divine and so inspired and empathic and connected and like, man, this and that matches up from our charts, and here's this synchronicity and that whatever. Man, you got the red ink and you're painting the flags and you don't even see it because you're so consumed in the process. Okay, Leo, I love you. They coming forth strongly, and you might be like, hashtag fuck that joy. Fuck you, joy. I'm like, I know. But somebody needs to say it. Somebody needs to tell you. And if it's coming through, I'm like, I'm seeing it so clearly. I'm seeing it so clearly. Because it was that little spark that made you feel like you came alive, and all your giftings and the things that you gotten kind of blasé or lazy or exhausted on for yourself. But someone coming in to turn you on to begin to get into yourself again, that's misplaced. And even if it started out good, it can't keep going good because that's not life sustaining. That's like them being your womb, your amnios, your placenta, and you having to live here and trying to tell it what to do. That's divided energy. It slows you down, and it's going to hurt no matter which way you go. No matter which way you go. What they're saying is time is on your side. You don't have to rush things or push things or keep trying to go dig around and find it. They're like, live, baby, live. See, like that skimmer? He just opens his mouth and he's swimming along doing his thing. He's like, something in me, this is what I'm supposed to do. And then a fish just jumps on in there. Not like other ones where they have to go and look and swim around like the pelicans. They fly around, they look, and then they see where the school of fishes, and then they dive in and get it. That's how pelicans are built. But you're like that skimmer. Stealth, you see those wings? That beak, it is made for this. You skimming along, going along, living your life, enjoying yourself, walking on your path. All right? You're so heavy wanting to be on that. Let me tell you, if your life doesn't have the structure and the foundation with yourself, this is just gonna, then you're gonna fall away. Beaver's like, Kay, you wonder why I'm punching the tens trying to get to the other side? Because if you ever look at the traditional Six of Swords, there are 3 energies up in that boat. Me, myself, and I. They like your whole self. All you need is your I, your permission to walk away from pursuing the way the world pursues. See? And losing you in the process. This is a gift. This is the relationship with yourself, the energy that comes about, your essence. And when you get in tune with your essence, your life is in tune, and you're not going to begin to dissipate your vibration with something lower beneath it to make you go out of tune. All right? Playing in life, living in life, the more we live, the more we go out of tune, but you retune it. That's why it's important to know your essence. So you're not living to the beat of someone else's drum. You're not melding into their image. You're not chameleoning into whatever their adaptation is. Now you're staying in truth, the very center of who you are. Okay? Mating for life. The swan here, the goldenest swan. Not the swan that lays golden eggs, meaning they love the gift but not the giver. No. All right? So that cosmic egg is you, friend. That goldenest self is you. And see that knowingness of yourself. This is like your polar alignment in your body. It's your crown, your corona, and you're like, I'll stay in my truth. I'm going to pay the price to stay in my truth, and there's actually no price to pay except that self-control, that truth. The truth. No longer get your bangs trimmed. No longer painting a turn and pretending like it's plenty. This 9 of Cups coming on now. Oh, this is good. I'm fine. This is good. This is great. This, oh, let me help this. Let me help that. Let me help this, because it's not true to who you are. It's not standing your truth. It's standing the world's design and the way the world operates and all those other things. But remember, healer of the ages. What was considered attractive 20 years ago isn't the same as today. You know, some cars become classic cars because they had some good looking lines, but the funky, bunky, bronky ones don't. You know, what was in vogue 200 years ago is not what's in vogue now. You get what I'm saying? That's why the healer of the ages is we get you into your truth, into your creative power, your chi, your ki, yourself. Heal that wound, the Chiron wound, and get you living and enjoying the essence of who you are, realizing that there is no need to sacrifice, to adjust, to lie. Because the moment you lie, heaven is gone, my friend. This wasn't heaven. This is. And remember how it flew away? Because you look here, see how the sun is behind him? Yet there's a light in his face. This is artificial. AI. And it's like luring you in, but there's something missing there, my friend. So, let's get you a little crystal card to zhuzh you up with all of this, Leo. Hopefully that PSA, right, brought to you by Cosmic Beaver is coming on in here going, K. Maybe K is the letter you need, and you need to say okay to yourself. All right? That's the real power of the two. I see something coming out here. Clear quartz and clear calcite. Things that are very common. And you're wanting this fantasy life, and that's beautiful. Because you know how you get extraordinary? Yeah. Right? Ordinary. This ordinary, you're not going to be a fool. Pyrite is known as fool's gold, but there's a time it was more valuable than what we call gold. Why? Because it has strength. It has stamina. It has endurance. And not what all can you endure in the name of love. No. That means that steadfastness is staying in tune with the essence of who you are. That you're like, no, I'm not going to be swayed by some fake light, some painted turd, some artificial like uplighting, that video mending or whatever. Like, look at these lines. You can tell I don't use one of those things here. That's why you can trust the truth. It's like, oh, she coming in with her real McDeal. That's right. You don't have to hide your vision anymore. You don't have to lower your standards, my friend. Okay? Standards. Pyrite. Let's see what they say here. Is said to cleanse the oxygen in the circulatory system. Man, no more paint in the turd, getting blood to your brain. It's like, excuse me. Do you see how fake this is? Do you smell the turd-ola? That's right. Hashtag fuck that. It aids in detoxifying the body, and in this case, the whole mind, the sphere, everything. It is also believed to stabilize one's energy level and provide calm. And I would say ease, peace, peace, peace. See, he's stuck all over it. Peace, my friend. Keep you from like phasing out, pushing past this Four of Swords to get from this pain to get to this regret. No. Okay. As a spiritual stone, pyrite is known to be a grounding stone and is commonly used in channeling. It is said to attract prosperity and wealth, dispel negativity, and promote harmony amongst two people. Because in numerology, the letter K is the number 2. I don't ever read these, okay? Not the backs, right? But they're like, they need to hear that. So you might back it up and listen to that again. It says the astrological science associated with is Aries. The element and planet is Earth, Mars, and Pluto. So that's creationary power and endings, all right? So it can overcome it. And the chakra that it empowers is the solar plexus, which is fantastic as the Y. Where did he go? Is Chamuel all up in here? If not, you might check out the Cancerian reading, okay? So, anyways, I hope this helps, friend. If you like it, subscribe to my channel. It is free as always, and I'd love to have you here. Also, click that like button. Help us rise up to the top. Leave me your comments and compliments, because you know what? I do love to hear from you. That's why I show up here, friend. Is I consider you a part of my world, a part of my life, and I'm excited for you. Share that excitement with me. I'd love to hear from you. I love you as always.